Hi, this is Melinda Bentley with Soteria Ministries. This is a beautiful week that we're in. It's Holy Week, and tomorrow is Good Friday, and Sunday is Easter, and it's traditionally celebrated like that. But I want to challenge you here from Soteria Ministries that we begin to think about every day being Good Friday, and every week being Holy Week, and every moment being Happy Easter, Happy Resurrection, that we begin to live in these days on the calendar that we celebrate. And there's nothing wrong with celebrating them. I'm not bashing that at all. Pardon me. I'm just challenging you to begin to live in the very moment of these days on the calendar. How about we turn these days into moments instead? Here at Soteria Ministries, our desire is to build you up and train you up and then send you out with that mindset. We want to teach you how to live in the blood, how to live in salvation, how to eat the Passover lamb every moment, how to pull ourselves up to the table of God and stay there and don't leave. Yeah, so I had something I wanted to bless you with. It's something that the Lord spoke to me this morning, and I typed it out as quickly as I could, and if you will allow me, I'm going to read it to you. I really do think it'll bless you. Healing, freedom, provision, and victory over the enemy of your soul belongs to you. The victory belongs to you, follower of Jesus Christ. This truth has been made an eternal reality by way of the cross. God did it for one simple and yet very profound reason. He loves you. Did you hear that? He loves you. Let this truth sink deeply into your heart. Let the warm and living blood of Jesus Christ run deeply into the wounded and shut off areas of your heart. Let this truth transform your lowly thinking and bring the victory that you so long for. Think about it. On the cross, Jesus was dying to be with you. He's madly in love with you. He died on the cross for one simple reason, to be with you again. He had to remove the shackles that bound us and kept us from intimate fellowship with him by conquering the power of sin, and he did it once for all. He is the triumphant King who fought for the love of his life. And he did it for every man, woman, and child that had been or would be walking on this earth. Why? Because God saw us as sheep without a shepherd. He heard the torment of pain, the anguish of sickness and disease, the shame of bondage echoing down through the corridors of time. He saw how badly sin had destroyed the human heart. No one knows the hellish misery and debilitating effect of sin like God. He became intimate with it to the point of death, with every miserable and deadly consequence that sin brought to us, so that we could become intimate with him and enjoy every joy that his salvation has to offer us. Remember, God became flesh and walked among us for 33 years through his Son, the darling of heaven. His display of empathy for humanity is the most beautiful and heartwarming story of them all. Now let's make every drop of that rare and incorruptible blood count. He gathered every drop he shed from the Garden of Gethsemane, where he sweat drops of his precious blood, and even the idea of personally taking on every sin and every sickness and all death upon his own self, to the whipping post at the Praetorium, to the jail cell where they forced crowns of thorns into his head, the walk down Via Dolorosa where he carried his cross on his bloody and beaten back, and finally to the blood-stained cross. He gathered all that indestructible blood, personally delivered it as our high priest, and he took it to the Holy of Holies in heaven, and he sprinkled it on the mercy seat where it now speaks, "It is finished." This rare blood speaks freedom from bondage, healing for sickness, and provision for poverty right now. Listen for the voice of the blood. It will tell you who you are, and it will bring you safely to victory in every battle. That's Easter. That's why we can have Pentecost. That's Passover. That's Christmas. Paul said, "Oh, you Galatians, who has bewitched you that you've now turned back to celebrate these feast days when you have all of me?" We can have a feast day. We can celebrate a day on the calendar, but we can have him. We can have intimate fellowship with him. Here at Soteria Ministries, it's what we long to help you learn and live in and then go tell the world about. We have a website that's coming that is so beautiful, and it will be a portal for you to come and to hear the truth about those things that I just mentioned. We're going to build you up, train you up, and send you out. It is the Great Commission. It is discipleship. It is what Jesus has called us to do. We want to empower you to be able to go out and do this with us. It's not about us. It's not about who we are. We want you to come and learn, and then you go do it. It's the way God intended for it to be. Listen, if you're listening right now and you need prayer, we love you so much. Send me a personal note. Let me know what's going on. I'll pray with you. I'm not the answer, but I will lead you to the answer. I will show you Jesus. I will show you Jesus. If you don't know Jesus, you've never met him, he's wonderful and beautiful. He loves you so much. He paid a high price for you. And I would love to introduce you to him. And if you need someone to pray with you for that, send me a note. Let me know. Maybe you have some questions. Maybe you haven't said yes to Jesus, but you have some questions. If I can answer them with the scriptures, I promise you I will. And if I can't find the answer, I'll ask someone to give me the answer, and I'll get back with you. But here at Soteria Ministries, this is what we want for you. We want you to know Christ inside and out and experience his great love for you. The word soteria is the Greek word for salvation. So we're not a healing ministry or a delivering ministry, and we're not a prosperity ministry. We're a salvation ministry. We offer the full package because Jesus did. We love you. We care about you. Don't forget to live in Easter. Happy Easter moment to everyone. God bless you.